See? It's just green, and you can just see the waves of green. That's called cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria? Yeah. And that's blue-green algae, and that is toxic and can make you sick. And even if it touches your skin, it can make you sick. Hello. This is the west bank of Grand Lake St. Mary's State Park. That's the Grand Lake. We're here while the dredger is here. At least we think that's what it's doing. Oh, that's definitely what it's doing. Pulling up silt.
One of the many problems of Grand Lake St. Mary.
Yep. It's only 8 feet deep at its deepest points.
Not very deep.
The lake is beautiful from a distance. Like from here, the water looks blue. We have a nice blue sky, clear day, lots of birds in the water. Unfortunately, when you start looking closely, the water is green, and you just see green floating in the water. Water is actually a little bit thick. Like, I would not step foot or let one of the dogs put one paw in the water. And that's really sad because this is a big, beautiful lake.
Man-made.
It is the largest man-made lake in Ohio. And it has lots of algae problems. Part of the problem with the algae is the farm runoff. There's a ton of farms around here. This is also an older community, so there is a lot of issues. Yeah, older communities. There's a lot of issue with old sewage leakage, leach fields. What do they call those? Septic tank leakage. So unfortunately, even though there are 4 public swimming beaches, you really can't use any of them. When this was constructed, it was the largest created reservoir in the world. When it was constructed. It's one of the feeder lakes for the Miami
Erie Canal.
Erie Canal, and it's one of the lakes that connects the Great Lakes, Lake Erie, to the Ohio River, which is why it was so vitally important when it was made. As most of you know, the canals went out of fashion pretty quickly after they were built because of the rise of the railroad. And it kind of smells. The lake has a certain smell where you can tell it's not normal. Ohio participates in what's called Beach Guard, where all the public beaches are monitored for like E. coli ranges, and they post the results on the Beach Guard webpage. This lake, Grand Lake St. Mary's, gets red flags literally in the beginning of May when they first start testing, and it had red flags all summer the last 2 years. There's still red flags. They don't even test anymore, but there's still red flags. Not this late in the year anyway. But I think some little puppy wants to go in the water. I think he's obsessed. Yes. Which is cute, but not today. Not this water.
The big problem with this too is that it's in the middle of 3 counties. So whose government is responsible for helping foot the bill of trying to clean it up?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Auglaize, Mercer, and whatever the other county is.
Yeah, there's another one. But also, at that same token, there's 7 communities, 2 of them that you could call big communities along the shores of Grand Lake. Who's responsible for putting that bill?
Right. It is not an easy to fix problem with this poor lake that looks beautiful from a distance, but when you look at that water, it's green. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing the Grand Lake. It's beautiful. It's just, this isn't really a state park that I can really say we want to come back to all the time. So yeah, we really didn't go get the public swimming beaches like usually we do, beach walk, but you can't really use them anyway. And none of them are dog friendly. Okay, look. You can see it now. That water is green, and there's just like waves of green. That's the cyanobacteria.
Sick would be the appropriate term.
The water is sick.